I didn't walk away in anger. I didn't slam doors or make speeches. I walked away quietly after realizing I had already lost myself staying. For a long time, I believed walking away meant losing. Losing stability, losing history. Losing something I had invested too much in to abandon. What I didn't understand was this. I had already been losing slowly, silently, every time I stayed and shrank. If this story is touching you, comment below where you're watching from and what time it is there. Leaving wasn't a sudden decision. It came after years of explaining myself, adjusting my boundaries, and convincing myself that things would eventually feel different if I just tried harder. I tried being patient. I tried being understanding. I tried being quieter, softer, easier. And with every attempt, I gave something away, not material things, not moments anyone else could see. I gave away confidence. I gave away instinct. I gave away the certainty that my feelings mattered. At some point, I stopped recognizing my own reactions. I would hesitate before speaking, second-guess my discomfort, and rehearse conversations long before they happened. I wasn't present anymore. I was managing. The realization that changed everything came quietly. One day, in the middle of an ordinary moment, I noticed how tired I felt, not physically, but internally. Tired of anticipating reactions. Tired of carrying tension that never fully disappeared. And a thought surfaced, simple and undeniable. If I stay, this is who I will continue to be. That thought didn't come with fear, it came with clarity. Walking away didn't mean I hated anyone. It didn't mean everything that came before was meaningless. It meant I finally understood that staying was costing me more than leaving ever could. The last conversation wasn't dramatic. There was no final argument, no ultimatum, no attempt to convince anyone of my reasons. I simply said, I'm done, not emotionally, not angrily, just honestly. The response was predictable confusion, disbelief, attempts to pull me back into explanations and negotiations. Reminders of history, of effort, of everything I might lose. I listened, and then I did something new. I didn't engage. I've already decided, I said calmly. That sentence felt heavier than anything else I had said before, because it was final. Walking away felt strange at first, not freeing, not empowering. Just unfamiliar. I kept expecting regret to rush in, to confirm all my fears. Instead, something else happened. Silence. Not the heavy silence I was used to, but a peaceful one. In the days that followed, I noticed how much space I suddenly had. Space in my thoughts, space in my body, space in my life. I wasn't bracing anymore. I started sleeping better, breathing deeper, moving through my days without that constant undercurrent of tension, and slowly, I began to take things back. I took back my voice, not by speaking louder, but by trusting myself again. I took back my time, not by filling it, but by choosing how to spend it. I took back my energy, not by pushing harder, but by protecting it. Walking away didn't make me empty. It made me whole. I realized how much of myself I had left behind in order to be accepted, tolerated, or understood. And without the pressure to maintain that version of myself, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Relief. People reacted in different ways. Some tried to reframe my decision as impulsive or emotional. Some assumed I would come back once things settled. Some didn't understand at all. I let them. Because for the first time, I wasn't measuring my choices by how comfortable they made others. I was measuring them by how aligned they felt inside me. Walking away wasn't about escape. It was about returning to my instincts, returning to my boundaries, returning to the version of myself that didn't need permission to exist fully. There were moments of doubt, of course. Leaving doesn't erase attachment or history. Some nights were quiet in a way that felt unfamiliar, even lonely. But even in those moments, I felt something I hadn't felt before. Ownership. My life felt like mine again. I noticed how my posture changed, how my voice sounded steadier, how I no longer rushed to fill silence or explain myself unnecessarily. I didn't feel the need to prove anything. I had already taken back what mattered. Walking away didn't solve everything. Life didn't suddenly become perfect or effortless, but it became honest. And honesty has a weight that stability without self-respect never will. If you're watching this and you're afraid that walking away means losing everything, know this. Sometimes walking away is the moment you finally stop losing yourself. I didn't walk away empty-handed. I walked away with clarity, with peace, with myself. And that was everything.